taxes on stock buybacks are a backdoor way to a wealth tax and other mischief. Hello, I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. At Joe Biden's behest, Congress last year enacted a 1% tax on corporate buybacks of their stock. If Apple purchased $1 billion of its stock, it would owe Uncle Sam 1% of that $1 billion, or $10 million. Now President Biden wants to quadruple this levy, and Democrats will then push it to make it even higher. Buybacks are politically unpopular, especially with the left. The raps are that this is stock manipulation. Profits per share go up because there are fewer shares, that it takes away money from company investments to grow, and that it means less cash for higher wages. If a corporation wants to reward shareholders, it should boost dividends, say the critics. The arguments are irrefutable. Research shows that stock buybacks don't have much immediate impact on share prices, that the economy is better off if a company returns money to shareholders if it can invest it profitably, that stock buybacks can be a more tax-efficient way to return money to shareholders than paying out more dividends, and that increasing labor costs arbitrarily can hurt pricing competitiveness unless accompanied by productivity increases. But because buybacks look bad superficially, far-left Democrats figure they're an ideal way to move forward a couple of cherished goals: boosting the capital gains tax, and even more importantly, ultimately enacting a wealth tax. That's why President Biden proposed, in his interminable State of the Union address, quadrupling the tax to 4%. By slicing 4% off the top, the tax effectively decreases the amount of money available to shareholders. It's a backdoor boost to the capital gains tax. That buyback levy is also a nefarious way to tax wealth. In this case, cash that actually belongs to shareholders, since legally they own the company. In addition, it's a first step to reviving a tax enacted in the 1930s on undistributed profits. Back then, an anti-business-minded Washington thought companies were hoarding cash rather than paying out the money for dividends, which could then be hit with the heavy income taxes of the time. This tax was later repealed. Now it'll be coming in a new guise. President Biden has been railing against big oil companies, for example, which last year had record profits, for engaging in buybacks instead of investing in more production. But with unintentional humor, he demolished his critique by saying he needs oil companies around for another 10 years before putting them out of business. Now, who's going to risk huge sums of capital on an activity that Washington wants dead and fairly soon? The idea that buybacks depress corporate capital spending is also false. If opportunities are there and tax and regulatory circumstances are not hostile, money will be invested. The buyback tax is yet another tool of a socialist-minded government to control all aspects of our personal and business lives. I'm Steve Forbes. Thanks for listening. Do send in your comments and suggestions. I look forward to being with you soon again.